Let's go to another studio in Canberra now and catch up with Liberal Senator Sarah Henderson to get some reaction to that. Sarah, you'd be pleased about that, won't you? Just over a week's time, you might have this policy matter settled.
Well, Chris, good afternoon. And yes, that's very much breaking news. I just got it on my phone, information about the meeting next Wednesday. And I think it's very important that we resolve our policy position very quickly. I am very firmly of the view that we have to reject net zero in its entirety. It is causing enormous economic and environmental harm right across our country. It's costing thousands of jobs. Of course, electricity prices are skyrocketing. It's doing nothing for global emissions, and our energy grid is becoming more and more unreliable. So I really hope, and I would commend Chris, there's a wonderful bit of work done by the Nats, by the Page Research Centre, delivering a high energy Australia. Anyone sitting on the fence needs to read this excellent piece of work, because the Nationals have done a wonderful job at ensuring that we have a high energy future, that we reduce emissions, but we do not ensure that Australians pay the ultimate price through these crippling costs which are sending our nation backwards.
Well, as you point out, of course, the Nationals have done that work and they've come out with their position. You support that position. That's the only option for the coalition, isn't it? The Liberals have to match that. Otherwise, you're going to have the coalition falling apart and a complete shambles on the non-Labor side.
Look, the Nats have done an incredible amount of work, and I really do commend them. They've really identified the enormous harms that are being caused, particularly to regional Australia. So 95% of emissions reduction is actually being delivered through various schemes applied to farmers and land and the like. And while Labor's ridiculous targets, the 2030 emissions reduction target and the 2035 target, are a nonsense. We're not going to get anywhere near reaching them. We're not going to get to net zero. The whole thing is really a joke as far as I'm concerned, and we need to focus on the fact that we are blessed. We are a resource-rich country, Chris. We are blessed with incredible deposits of coal, of gas, of uranium, of critical minerals, and we need to make the most of it in this country. And we're unique in the world. We're not Europe. We're not the UK. We're not the United States, where of course there's a very, very large population. We cannot turn our back on these incredible resources. We've got to make the most of them. And yes, there is also a role for renewables. But Labor's renewables-only madness is causing enormous harm to our country, and that's why we've got to reject net zero in its entirety.
I want to get your reaction to those ABS figures about the size of government expanding. Another 21,000 federal public servants, $41 billion bill. This growth in public servants and their wages is far outstripping the population growth in this country and inflation in this country. Therefore, it must be driving inflation. This has to be arrested, doesn't it?
Well, of course, we've heard that public service jobs have gone up by another 8.6%. The spending is out of control, and of course that is driving higher inflation than we should otherwise have. And as we know, Chris, we're spending, would you believe, $50,000 in interest payments a minute in this country because of Labor's $1 trillion debt. They are not managing their spending, and that has to be, really Labor's got to explain what they are going to do, because how are they going to pay for this? How are they going to continue this trajectory, which of course is impacting on everyday Australians, including on the cost of mortgages and of rents?
Sarah Henderson, thanks so much for joining us.